Hello. Hi. Welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast. Sorry, I'm so giggly. I'm having a fun time. How are you? Thanks for being here. How'd your week go? I hope it is going so well. And if it's not, I'm sending love and support for whatever you are going through. Okay, so last week I talked about getting back to basics. So we talked about self-worth specifically and a couple ways to remember your worth. So hope that was helpful. If you missed that one, that is season 3, episode 1. So check it out on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we are talking about trusting yourself. This one is titled the Trust Yourself Challenge. So if you want to learn a little more about trusting yourself, which it seems my listeners do, because episode 2 of season 1 was my most listened to episode. I wanted just to touch on the basics of that episode. So if you want more in-depth, like, insight into trusting yourself, definitely go listen to that episode. But today, specifically, we're talking about an action item you can do to change your life and to change how you view yourself and how you can trust yourself. So let's get into it on today's episode. If you are struggling to trust yourself, as in you promise yourself you're going to do something and you continually let yourself down and not show up for yourself, this is going to help you in overcoming the lack of self-trust. So if you keep telling yourself like, yes, I can change, and then you never do, then this is really going to help. And this is something that I hope is a tool that can help you to just be confident again, to just love yourself a little more, to be more accepting of yourself and confident in your abilities. And it just takes practice, genuinely. You have to practice, as with anything that's worthwhile and any goal, you have to just put in the reps. And this is the way to put in the reps. But let's talk about why this is important. One of the keys to trusting yourself is taking out the fear of the unknown and remembering that you are worthy of the amazing life that you want. So there is a quote that I shared in episode 2 of season 1 that I want to share again because I think it's amazing and everyone should know it. So I'm just going to read it again. And I found this on an Instagram post, and I will reshare the post because I think you should screenshot it. I don't know, make it your phone background if it's just like something. Yeah. Anyways, it's so great. Okay, so here's the quote. Quote, "The opposite of uncertainty isn't certainty. It's self-trust. Trying to control the future is a battle you'll never win. So instead of seeking certainty, seek self-trust. Tell yourself, I don't know what will happen in a year. I don't know what the future holds. What I do know is I trust I'll be able to handle whatever does happen. I trust I'll have my best interests at heart. I trust that I'll try my best. I trust myself, so I know I'll be okay." Close quote. Whoa, I trust myself, so I know I'll be okay. Like, imagine having that certainty. Amazing, incredible. As I said last week, I feel like the easiest way to lose who you are is to do things you don't want to do. So if you are changing to fit in for others and you don't want to do it, you're just kind of doing it because based out of fear of not fitting in, or you're changing who you are to fit within a relationship. Like, let's say that your significant other, you're dating them and they're like, oh, I don't know if I like that shirt on you. Doesn't look the greatest, but you love it. Like, you love that shirt. That's been your favorite shirt, and they just like automatically don't like it. So you stop wearing it because you're like embarrassed now because they made you feel bad about liking that shirt. Like, that's how you slowly begin to lose yourself. And then it leads to a pattern of distrust in yourself. You're like, oh my gosh, like, they think that I made a bad decision in loving that beautiful shirt that I have. Is there other things that I'm doing that I can't trust anymore. Like, oh my gosh. And then you start to doubt yourself in other areas. But then you can see how you sort of can lose yourself in the things that you love. So if you're doing things that you don't want to do just to impress somebody or like other people, then that means you're not living for yourself, and it's going to cause problems, because if you show up unauthentically, then the people around you are only going to know that inauthentic version of you. And when you start being more and more of yourself, that's going to cause problems, because they liked the inauthentic you and not the real you. So if we can start at a place of being authentic and true to ourselves, then that is why this is so important. That is why trusting yourself and keeping your promises to yourself is so important. Also, being able to say no to things you don't want to do. So 2 years ago, when I did that first episode, I mentioned how I don't want to hike. And I never thought in my life that would be changing. But I'm here to say that I am excited to learn how to hike, because my dream trip, I'm doing everything in my power to get to New Zealand, and there's so much beauty, and I just see these gorgeous views of people who've hiked these mountains, and they're just like 360, like life-changing views. And I'm like, okay, I can change. I can accept that I want to learn how to hike, because I want to see those amazing views with my own eye holes. So I'm excited to learn how to hike. Crazy. Isn't it cool how we can always change? And it doesn't mean I'm being inauthentic. It just means that like I am excited and I trust myself enough to know that I can accomplish that goal of learning how to hike. Not currently though, like I re-injured my knee in volleyball. Well, it's not my knee. It's like my muscles around it. I kind of pulled them. So, and I've been sick for almost 3 weeks. So I literally started hiking, like prepping for hikes for this New Zealand trip. So for 3 days straight, I was on the Stairmaster and like, you know, getting my heart and my legs ready, because I have to start now. Like I have months, but yes, those will go by fast. And then I got sick for 3 weeks, like literally bedridden, super bad cold. It's going around, whatever, whatnot. But I'm excited to learn how to hike. But if you were to ask me 2 years ago, I'd be absolutely not. Hell no, I'm not going on the hike. What's something I really don't want to do? Oh, ice skating. That is something. If somebody asks me, like, hey, Britt, do you want to go ice skating? I will say no, because I really don't. Nothing about ice skating appeals to me. I love watching it. I love watching figure skating. And if I were to ice skate, I would prefer it be indoors. But like in general, I don't want to do it. I love watching hockey, but like I don't physically want to do it myself. Yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. Like you're cold. The last time I went ice skating, my skates were the wrong size. So my calves were literally on fire, because no matter what angle my foot was, my calves were just activated the entire time. So that was really painful. It's like on a pond too, and it was like not fun. But I'm using this example because if somebody were like, hey, do you want to go ice skating? And I said yes, then that would be inauthentic to me, and I would be breaking my trust, because I promised myself I would not skate. It's not something I want to do. And I would be doing it to please others if I were to say yes and to go, even though I didn't want to go. So I have learned that in that situation, it's important for me to say no, because I genuinely just don't want to ice skate. And that did happen. A couple of my friends invited me to ice skate, which is so kind, and I politely declined their invitation. And I didn't go like super into the depth as to why I didn't want to go, but I did stay true to myself and say no, because it was important to me to not do something that I didn't want to do. And they were so kind about it. They're like, oh no, I get that. Totally fine. Just wanted to invite you, and I'm so grateful that they invited me. So, and I was happy because I didn't go ice skating. I got to do something else. I probably watched a movie or something. I don't know. And they had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that they did. And this is not for you to use this as an excuse to abandon your friends. This is just to set healthy boundaries, because most people who have problems trusting themselves will self-abandon in order to keep relationships. I want you to remember the important difference that you can be authentic and show up authentically without abandoning your friends, because sometimes you will have to do things you don't want to do, and it will be inconvenient to you to have a community. Like, sacrifices have to be made, but I just want you to like not do things for others at the expense of yourself. So if you feel like that's happening, that is the time that you should say no and not abandon yourself and be true to yourself, and then create compromises. So for example, when my friends asked me to ice skate, I was being authentic to myself because I did not want to do that activity. But I created another opportunity to connect. I was like, I still love you guys and I still want to hang with you. So like, is there something else we can do instead of ice skate? And we landed on salsa dancing because I love salsa dancing. And I have yet to get to salsa dance because I keep injuring myself. Or getting sick. So I've literally tried to go for 4 weeks straight and I physically just can't do it. But we will go. I still was trusting myself and not abandoning my authenticity, but still creating a space where I can connect with my friends while creating that boundary for myself. And basically just don't do things to abandon your friends, but also to not abandon yourself. Like, there's ways to create space for both of those things and both of those relationships while still being able to trust yourself. So the two important aspects of learning to trust yourself is practice and really, really being honest with yourself and being like, do I want to do this or do I not want to do this? Okay, so how do we learn? Let's talk about the Trust Yourself Challenge. And I got this from Heidi Priebe. I'm going to link this video that I got this info from. She's amazing. I love this video. It helped me to change so many things and it started my journey, especially on trusting myself. So this is the 30-day Trust Yourself Challenge. I have a PDF that you can download from this episode. It's totally free. You just download it and you just print it and you put it somewhere you can see every day because you're doing this thing every day. So it says, for 30 days, I promise myself I will blank no matter what because I said I would. And then it has 30 days with a check mark beside it. And you need to get every single check mark. And this is going to change your life. So you can make this as simple as or as difficult as you want. And I hope that you do this challenge maybe twice, like do a simple one. It's not about accomplishing the goal. It's really just changing the behavior of letting yourself down. You are not going to let yourself down in this at all. I need you to finish it and to do it every day in order for this challenge to work, because by the end of it, you will have learned how to trust yourself because you kept your promise to yourself every day. So little ways you can do this. So I promise myself I will take my vitamins every day for 30 days, no matter what, because I said I would. And that's it. That's the challenge. What's another example? For 30 days, I promise myself I will make my bed no matter what because I said I would. So what's another example? Something small. I promise myself I will drink 8 cups of water no matter what because I said I would. So I am going to start this challenge today so I can learn to trust myself. And I'm going to post my progress video on YouTube so you can check that out and see how I'm doing in the 30-day Trust Yourself Challenge. So for 30 days, I promise I will stretch for 5 minutes no matter what because I said I would. And I'm going to do it because I said I would. I'm going to keep my promises to myself. So that is my Trust Yourself Challenge goal. Please send in yours. Let me know. Comment. Tell me what you're going to do every day for 30 days so that you can learn to trust yourself. And that is your work to do the challenge. Send me a picture, or if you want to be accountable, just comment every day if you want, like whatever you want. Just do it, because by the end of this, you're going to learn to keep your promises to yourself. And that's what this is all about. I wish you the best. I know you can do it. You can do this. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And yeah, I want to hear all about your trusting yourself challenges. So thank you for joining me today. Have so much fun with the Worth work. Like I said, the PDF is going to be on the website. So if you can't get it like in the podcast app, the link will be to the website so you can download it and print it. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can find me at trustyourworth.com or on Instagram and TikTok at trustyourworthpodcast. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks for going back to basics with me. I hope this helps. And no one has told you today, you are strong and capable, and don't forget to trust your worth. All right. Have such a great day. I'll see you next time. Loves. Bye.